Good afternoon, because we release these in the afternoon. This is the Whiskey Warehouse. I'm Dylan.
I'm Nick.
Today, for the first time, I've done this by myself. Nick has drank, his fair share of it. But we have never done, and I'm surprised at this because I feel like we should have done this a long time ago.
Right.
Nick and I love Buffalo Trace. We love the standard whiskey. I think that's the one that I gave you that you were like, that's really good.
Yeah.
Kind of like was the turn on.
Really good.
Buffalo Trace is probably one of the best bourbons in the world.
Best for the price, for sure, and the flavor.
Yep.
Go hand in hand.
I have zero complaints about Buffalo Trace. Their whiskey score's high.
The only thing I would complain is availability.
Yeah. Well, in Ohio...
It's a little hard to find here and there.
Yeah.
I always keep extra bottles on me, of that for sure. It's just a very good go-to to mix with.
This is their flagship bourbon. I think it came out in 2008. I want to say.
Is that young?
I think that was their first go at it. That's when they rebranded to Buffalo Trace. I remember...
From OTC?
OFC.
OFC,
Yeah.
my bad, yeah.
When they switched over to Buffalo Trace, they did not have a flagship bourbon.
No.
It was just whatever they were putting out,
Just Blanton's, Taylor, and their
Yep.
antique collection.
Yep. I remember, Buffalo Trace was on the top whiskeys in 2014 when I was drinking it mixed with my buddy because we wanted to try different whiskeys in our Coke.
They won the silver medal at St. Fran spirits competition just this year.
Silver?
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here.
No.
It used to be like...
They won the gold in New York.
Yeah, but it used to be gold all the time.
Right. So many more whiskeys are coming out. But this is still a damn good whiskey.
I
we
would
will
put
show
this
you.
over a lot of the gold medal winning.
Yeah.
This is... If you're looking to get into bourbon,
You know what?
this is the stuff you need.
You know what I think won the gold? It's E.H. Taylor.
E.H. Taylor's good, but that's like a...
I think it did.
But they should have more. E.H. Taylor is its own thing.
They did. E.H. Taylor's the one that won the 2020 gold medal. That's funny.
Well, they give out multiple gold medals, It's
I
not
know.
just like one of it.
I know, but still, it's...
This should be a gold medal winning bourbon.
It has in the past.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been almost every year.
Almost every year.
Buffalo Trace, our favorite distillery.
So it's this one. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. We've been down to Buffalo
Yeah.
Trace. It's
Our favorite distillery
awesome.
by far.
It's not on the Bourbon Trail. If you didn't know
It's
that.
not. It's in Frankfort, Kentucky.
Yep.
Kind of middle of the nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's a pretty good place. You should check it out for sure.
Absolutely.
Might
beautiful.
get a chance of getting some Blanton. There's some E.H. Taylor.
Mm-hmm. Fridays at
But it kind of ticks me off that they don't have more of their shit down there. They only sell Buffalo Trace, sometimes Eagle Rare, sometimes Blanton's, sometimes Taylor.
Yeah.
Right.
You'd expect like a little bit more product selection, like their single batch, their single barrel Taylor.
Right. Dude, they have like fucking over 10 kinds of Taylor. And I'll wait to tell you this
Weller
when we
should
review
be on the
it,
shelf
but-
down there as well.
Oh yeah, Weller. Yeah, for
Everything. Buffalo Trace does so many bourbons that you've heard of that you'd probably be like, that's not them. It probably is.
sure. Probably over 30 different bottles.
And they
at
only
least.
have 2 mash bills. So that should say
That's
a lot.
insane, right?
They do Sazerac Rye down there, but Sazerac Rye is actually Sazerac doing Sazerac Rye.
Wow, that's a company that owns
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace. But let's get into the review. 90 proof Buffalo Trace, 45%. It is named after the distillery that makes it, Buffalo Trace. It is not weeded. In
Really?
your original review, you said it was weeded.
Really?
Yeah.
I could have swore it was a weeded bourbon.
It is not. It is not weeded. Located in Frankfort, Kentucky, like I just said. Owned by Sazerac. And we just said it's won its fair share of medals, most recently being the silver medal, just this past year. It's about 20 to 30 bucks retail around here. It's about 23, 25 bucks. And it is around 6 years old.
It's 8.
6 to 8, right?
You remember on the tour they said 8 years for the Buffalo Trace and then 10 years for Eagle Rare, but Eagle Rare looks lighter than...
I thought it was a mix between 6 and 8.
No, he said it was 8.
All right, so 8 years.
I don't remember what the dude's name was, but he was saying that it was 8 and Eagle Rare was 10.
Well, I know the Eagle Rare is 10.
Yeah.
It says it on the bottle.
Yeah, exactly. But what he was saying was that people think that Eagle Rare is actually darker than Buffalo Trace, but when we did it in the side-by-side with the glasses, it was actually Buffalo Trace is darker than Eagle Rare, which is interesting.
It is interesting.
Less age. Beautiful bottle. I love the bottle. It used to be...
Focus on me. Here we go.
When I was buying this bottle back in the day, handwritten labels. That was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. I felt a little air off that one.
Handwritten labels back in the day. Same kind of topping. It's always been the cork.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, I mean, one of my favorite bourbons. I think the first time I actually drank it straight was with Troy. If you haven't seen Troy,
He's on our.
he's been on once or twice.
Once. I think it was the Weller episode.
Yes.
The antique versus the special
And I think
reserve.
he brought the antique for us at the time.
No, I had that. He offered it.
Okay.
He brought something else.
But he's contributed, like the
Yes.
bullet barrel strength came from him.
Right.
And I think something else, I can't remember what it was, but we tried something else from him. Let's see. What else do we know about? Oh, anyway, I was trying to tell you. The first time I had it, I was getting like massive caramel notes out of it. And we had it at D-Guard's wedding when we were playing golf. We drove around in the freaking golf carts, and it was just a fantastic pour.
Can't go wrong. With
No,
it.
you
And you'll
can't-
see why. We'll explain it in detail.
It's so much going on. If I could give it an expectation, I would expect it to be a 90. Do I give Buffalo Trace a 90?
We'll see.
Yeah, you know what? It's been a while since I had it, so we will see.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time since I've had Buffalo
Right.
Trace. All right, buddy.
Let's just get into it.
Oh, nice. Just pour.
There is the
Golden amber color.
amber color. Well, it's focus.
It's focused on my face. Let me move.
No, that's all right.
You can see it.
You can see it. So it's got an amber color, kind of golden, with a light.
Before we go any further, Nick,
What's that?
our favorite grooming company, and I'll just show the top here, Duke Cannon. Stop it. They have a fine smelling bourbon soap,
I do.
as well as a bourbon
It's
cologne.
infused with Buffalo Trace.
It is.
Actually, I have it at home in my shower. Use it from time to time.
I use it every day.
Yeah.
I still am going through I think it's my third bar.
Damn. I'm on my second, I
I
think.
bought my first one a year ago, so that should say a lot.
I mean, it is a big ass bar. It's like
It's
fucking.
huge, and it's literally called Big Ass Soap.
It's probably as big as this notebook right here.
Yeah, just about. Let's see. Other products they sell with Buffalo Trace in it would be the solid cologne. They sell a beard oil, and they also sell a beard balm,
Right.
all with Buffalo Trace in it. So it goes to reason. I mean, this stuff is good. It smells very good. I have the Buffalo Trace cologne on today
Yeah.
because I like. Well, it's gone now. I probably sweated it off, but it
Yeah,
smells
it's very
fantastic.
hot here.
It smells like if you went down to the distillery and you walked out and it's all the barley and stuff like that that's in the air. It's
Got some nice
fantastic.
legs going here, man.
Let's get into. Let me wipe this off with my shirt real quick. I got some fingerprints all over it.
Yeah.
All right, Buffalo Trace, beautiful color, nice legs, coming down quick and easy.
Oh yeah.
And you know,
Sure.
it's gonna be so easy for Nick and I to love this, and it's hard for us to judge it. I feel like because it's just
We've had it so many times. I've probably killed so many bottles of this.
it's hard to give an unbiased opinion on a bourbon that you love.
All right.
Into the nose, my friend. Cheers.
Let's go. Cheers.
And rolling out of there is that classic Buffalo Trace scent.
Classic.
It's just
Classic.
you get like alcohol, but you also get barley, you get caramel, vanilla.
Baking spices. Cinnamon.
100%. If you put this up against any other bourbon, I would know that this was Buffalo Trace.
The smoothness is
It's just the scent that comes out of there is so unique.
very unique.
I don't know any other bourbon that has like this unique of a nose.
It's like I can't put.
Maybe if you put
Flavors
it up
on
against
it.
Taylor,
We could try that, but Taylor's hotter. You could definitely.
you'd know based off in But if you proofed it down, I feel like Taylor and Buffalo Trace might smell similar.
Maybe.
That is so good.
Just smooth tasting bourbon, man.
Oak.
Can't go wrong.
Nick's shirt from the Buffalo Trace Distillery
There you go.
on our trip down there.
Yep.
I got a speeding ticket that day. It was great.
It was great.
And you know what sucks the most is I didn't have my military ID to be like, "Boop, here you go, buddy."
Yeah.
I had my veteran's ID. I didn't have my military.
Damn.
Ooh. All right. Into the
Taste.
into the flavor profile.
Cheers.
Buffalo Trace. Classic.
Very good.
Vanilla.
Maple. Caramel. Cinnamon.
There's so much going on with this. Like, it honestly, like, Buffalo Trace's flagship should not be
That's
the
good.
price that it is.
Right. It should be more, but I'm not complaining.
Like, I would almost put, and I'm not gonna like saying this because I know people are gonna say like, you're a fucking idiot, but I would put Buffalo Trace up there with like Blanton's ass.
Think
and,
so?
And like, I feel like it should be like $50 for the bottle.
Think so? You think it should be that much? I think it should be like 40.
Still a big. That's double the price for what it normally is.
But
$27.
I mean, you really can't beat this bourbon for the price, man.
We're fanboys. All right.
You can get a handle for $50.
Oh god, that's so good. That's such a good deal. Same thing with Weller. Like Weller's
Yeah.
such a good deal when you buy it. Like,
They're about the same price. I've heard in Indiana they get Buffalo Trace running like all over, but they don't have any Weller. So if you bring in a bottle of Weller Special Reserve, they'll trade you for Buffalo Trace.
that'd be dope. We should
Yeah.
do that.
But I haven't seen Weller here in a few weeks, so green anyway.
I feel like we haven't
Antique is
been
flowing
going
like
to,
water.
I feel like we haven't been going to hunt on the days that the drops are happening. It's more
I
like-
do. I go Mondays. I have two places I go, and then Thursdays I have a couple places too. But I haven't really found anything that's really spiked my interest.
It's very sweet. There's peppery notes, but it's so good. It is so caramely.
It's very caramel. That's
It's so
the
good.
very prominent note from this for sure.
It's salted caramel,
Yep.
and it's not like in like it burns and makes my mouth salty. It's more like it's literally salted caramel.
There's not. I mean, it's a decent finish, but it's fucking smooth as
This would
a baby's
be
butt.
a dessert bourbon. Like,
Yes.
You're having some friends over.
You could infuse. I've seen recipes with Buffalo Trace in like different desserts.
They do that by the fire or whatever, cooking,
Yeah.
where they'll use Buffalo Trace in everything, and they're doing like mixed drinks. They did it in a coffee where they shoved like a red hot iron into a coffee, and the
Yeah.
guy's like, "We're gonna make a cake now." He's just sitting there mixing it, and the guy drinks it. He's like, "That's really good." Another Buffalo Trace product that, oh my god, is so good.
I still haven't finished mine. That's probably bad by now.
I killed this with a bunch of root beer.
Yeah.
Don't mix it with Coke, because the Coke makes it frothy, and it will actually make the milk in it.
Bad.
Yeah, it
Really?
makes it curdle.
Ew.
Yeah, so root beer with this is fantastic. We had that at the distillery, and it was
It's good.
it was really.
I barely drink from mine. I'm just not much of a sweet
If you want to
person.
sell it to me, dude, I'll take it from you.
Okay.
I love that stuff.
All right. I'll give it to you for $10 or something.
Don't. Yeah, we got. You guys are gonna have a treat in this next review,
Yes.
Blade and Bow. This one. All right, Nick, let's score it.
Fuck, man.
This is a complex bourbon. For being something that's considered mid to bottom shelf, this is like, some people would say Buffalo Trace is bottom shelf bourbon, which I would have every
You know,
issue.
the Whiskey Vault, the #1 whiskey channel on YouTube, whenever they resort to bourbon, they always break out the Buffalo Trace.
Do they?
Always.
It's good.
Which is awesome.
It's fantastic.
It's very good. They
But some
love
pe-
it.
Some people would be like, "Oh, it's Buffalo Trace."
And those guys know their shit. They're whiskey,
They're the whiskey connoisseurs.
not even, one guy's a sommelier, a whiskey sommelier. Sommelier. Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of their own thing down there in Texas. I wanted to visit that place because they have their own distillery,
Yep, they're
their
doing
own bar,
cool things.
their own restaurant. I mean, I'd love to be them. That'd be awesome.
It would be dope.
That's what I want to do. Make our own distillery, bar, you know.
Well, yeah.
They got their own whiskey.
Yep. We've talked about the distillery thing.
Right. That's probably not going to happen unless we, run into a bunch of money.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
Just a couple working class guys drinking whiskey.
Grade it.
You go first. I've been going first the last few weeks.
All right. I'm going to come right out and say that this is a 90.
Okay.
Everything about this, from the nose, which is caramel, like vanilla, oaky goodness, to the flavor, which again is caramel, vanilla, oaky goodness. That's the wow factor. The fact that it's so consistent and so...
It is so easy to drink, man.
Yeah.
So easy.
Everything about it is good.
I've given this to, people that don't like whiskey. And
They
they're just
love
like, dude, that's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
It's sweet. It's very welcoming. Like, this is a very good starter. If you were like, hey man, do you want to drink some bourbon with me? And someone's like, I don't drink bourbon because it's gross. You'd be like, no, I got some good stuff.
Right.
Buffalo Trace is the stuff to go out
For
and
sure. Yes.
I keep a bottle normally. I don't have one anymore. But I normally have a bottle sitting in my shelf. The finish on it is fantastic. You can just smell it. Like, you can taste it the whole way through.
Luscious
Everything
vanilla
is
and
great
caramel.
about it. It's a great mixer. It stands its own ground. You can put it up against anything and it's going to hold its weight. The fact that it's a $20 to $30 bottom shelfer, or whatever you want to call it, mid-shelf.
I think it's mid-shelf at least.
And it has a 90. Like, this stands up to Blanton's in its own right. Like,
Yeah.
it stands up to
The smoothness and the flavor.
basically anything that we have would... It'd be hard to knock Buffalo Trace
Yeah.
in any level. I feel like maybe even Pappy wouldn't be able to make us knock down Buffalo Trace in the 80s.
When we tried the, went to the samples after the tour, had Buffalo Trace and Eagle Rare, I had a hard time picking between the two. So, you got it at a 90, right?
Yep.
I'm probably going to put it at an 89.
It's missing the wow factor.
I mean, 90 to me is like, I only drink it on a good occasion. You know what I mean? Or if, you're having a shitty day and you need to pick me up. And 80 to 89 is go-to. Go-to good fucking bourbon. And then
Okay,
70s is I'll drink it if I haven't.
Okay.
And the 60s is nope.
What about 40s to 50s?
That's undrinkable stuff. This definitely gets our approval. For sure.
You can put 10 approval.
That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. This is so good.
Yeah, this is our I mean, I think if Nick and I were ever having a fight and I was like, I need to, give an olive branch, I'd come over to Nick's house with a big, huge freaking 1.75 of Buffalo Trace, and Nick would be like, all right, it's over. It's squashed. The beef is gone. Because it's that good.
Yes. That's good.
Yeah. Good stuff. Merch.
We got merch.
We have merch.
If you haven't seen our merch video, we got t-shirts, hats, long sleeves, hoodies,
Father's
tank
Day
tops.
is coming up.
Might have been over by this time. I'm not sure where I'm going to...
Father's Day just happened, and you didn't give your dad the right gift. So you need to go ahead and head to our merch store.
Help support us. Help support, reviewing good whiskeys. Trying to pay off this camera I just bought. So, let's get it done.
All right, guys.
And a link in the description below.
Until next time.
Blade and Bow coming up. Peace.